Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, let's talk about disembarkation and some things that you really need to pay attention to on disembarkation day so it goes much smoother and much easier and doesn't become one of the most stressful days of the cruise. So your disembarkation day actually starts the night before. That's right. If you're not carrying off your suitcases, you're putting them out for the crew to put down that you pick up downstairs in the cruise terminal as you exit the ship. Well, you need to be ready the night before. Usually your luggage has to be outside by 10 p.m. in the evening at the latest to allow them to get it down and put into certain sections, because the sections go off in order depending on your disembarkation time. Now, here's the thing. They're going to send you these color-coded tags for your bags. Check it and then check the times that they also hand out on the sheet of when you are getting off the ship. And if the time is not the time you need to get off the ship, go down to the front desk and ask to be changed to another color code that gets you at the time you need. For instance, if your flight's leaving at 11 o'clock in the morning and your disembarkation time is 9:30, that might not be enough time to get you to the airport to fly. So you need to double check the times. If they're not right, then go down to the guest services, get them changed, get the proper luggage tags. Now, that's number one. Number two, leave yourself some clothes for the morning. Don't forget, don't pack everything out and everything and then put them outside the luggage and then bam, you forget, oh yeah, I'm still wearing the clothes from last night. That's not a, what if it was a formal evening and where you dressed up for pictures or something like that? Now you're stuck in those clothes in the morning till you get your suitcases again. So always make sure you have your things that you need for the morning set aside before you pack those big suitcases. Next, don't leave your key card the next morning when you're leaving the cruise ship, right? You have your lanyard and everything and you say, well, the cruise is over and everything, I don't need it, I'm gonna toss it in the garbage now and I'm heading off the ship. No, you still need to scan when you leave the ship so they know you're leaving the ship and they account for you with security and immigration, etc. If you don't have your key card, then they're gonna send you back to your room to get it anyway, and you're gonna have to go back in line, and this can be a huge delay as well. Of course, disembarkation day. Number one tip again, do not book early morning flights. That can really, really mess up your day. Sometimes you'll pull into port, everything seems fine, and customs isn't ready. Sorry, customs is going to be an hour and a half late today, which means the people who were supposed to get off at 7 are now getting off at 8:30. And if you were scheduled to get off at 9, now you're getting off at 10:30. And if you booked an 11:30 flight, you only have an hour to get to the airport. Plus you got to get off the ship, get your luggage, get through customs, and then find a taxi to get to the airport on time. You're going to have a bad day. You're just going to have a bad day. So always try and put your flights as late as possible. And if you have an earlier flight in the day, don't leave your luggage outside. Carry your own luggage off if it's possible. If you can manage your own luggage, do that, because you can be one of the first people then off the ship. So even if there's a delay in the morning for some reason getting to the dock or anything like that, at least you will still be one of the first people off the ship to get through the area. You don't have to wait for your bags to be delivered by the cruise into the terminal. You're already on your way, and you can find your taxi a lot faster and a lot less delay. So if you absolutely have to have an early morning flight, just walk off your bag. It'll be so much faster. Also, one of the things you really need to do on the last night of your cruise is check your bill. Now, some you can check on the TV, some you can check on the app, like Princess, you can check your bill on the Medallion app. And if you don't have those services, go down to the front desk and ask for a printout of your bill. And then go over it. Because numerous times people will see charges on there that, hey, I didn't order that. Now, when you're reading your bill, be very careful. Because some things that you would think would be charged to a shop or something, for some reason is assigned to like a restaurant or a bar. So try and remember what you bought on those particular days and items and roughly the cost. And if you look at it, go, oh, okay, that's probably this, because I don't see that on the list. Because I see a lot of people go down and complain, hey, I didn't buy this at that shop. I've never been in that shop. And they said, yeah, but you were in the shop directly beside it, sir. And it's all the same shops. It's just, that's the main shop that everything's charged to. And so people are lining up for expenses that are legitimate that they just didn't realize were actual, just charged to a different department. It can be very tricky sometimes, but you can also spot some very obvious things like, I didn't buy that bottle of wine at dinner. Why am I being charged for wine? I don't drink wine. I would never drink wine. Why am I being charged for it? Those kind of bills. Or specialty restaurant. I didn't eat at a specialty restaurant. Why am I being? Those are very easy to pick out, and really you got to just check for those things. Next, even before you start heading down to get off the ship, there are some last minute checks that you absolutely should do. Check your room. Pull open drawers all in your cabin. Double check that you didn't just shove something, one night into there, a charger or, some paperwork or something that you might need, and just threw it into a drawer while you were working and forgot about it. Scour everything, the bathroom, all the, I'm famous for leaving my razor blade in the shower. Because when I get there, I take my razor blade, I hook it up in the shower, and then it's there every morning when I'm shaving, and then I pack everything up in the night, I clean up around the sink and everything, and I leave my razor in the shower and have to buy a new razor every time I do it. I'm famous for that. So yes, it can happen no matter how often you cruise. Also, make sure your safe is empty. Make sure you've taken everything out of your safe. And by the way, don't pack the things you need. Essentials. Never pack your passport. Always keep it on you when you're traveling. Your wallet, etc. Medication that you absolutely need. Never put it in your main luggage. All those things. Keep them handy. Keep them on you in case your luggage ever goes missing. But yeah, check your safe. Check your room. Make sure everything is accounted for. And the last two things I'll mention is kind of, common courtesies. Number one, don't pack the bathrobes. So many people, especially first-time cruisers, they get on, they see these lovely bathrobes with the cruise line's insignia on the side, and they say, oh, this is cool, they gave us bathrobes. And then they pack them. And when you get home, you find out you got a $350 bill for 2 bathrobes. Because they're not free. Now, in some cases, in certain suite classes, you do get something like that. Sometimes pajamas, sometimes a bathrobe. I stayed in one suite where they gave me pajamas, and those were free to take back with me. So that was really nice. But yeah, normally your bathrobes that you ask for in the staterooms, you don't pack them, take them home. And finally, respect some vacancy times. There's a reason they ask you to go down and wait in certain rooms like the theater or a certain bar area or a restaurant area to await the announcement of when your group is set to head down to get their luggage and leave the ship. It's because those crew members need to turn over your cabins. And if they have 21 cabins to do, they want to be in there as fast as possible because they got to change everything, right? It's not just a refresh, like making the bed. They got to tear all the sheets off. They got to re-scrub everything. There's a lot more work on embarkation, disembarkation day for the crew members. That's their busiest day of their schedule. And so those people who decide, yeah, they ask us to be out of the room by 8:30, 9 o'clock, but yeah, 9:30 is fine, 10 o'clock's fine. I don't really have anywhere to go till, my flight's not till 6 o'clock tonight, and I'm just gonna hang out in my room. You're delaying the crew member doing his job. And that's not fun for those people. So yeah, respect those times so the crew members can do their job and they can get ready for the next guests on board. Makes it so much nicer for them, so much easier if you're one of those first people out of the cabins and they can get their job done without any hindrance. So when they ask you to be out by a certain time, please be out by a certain time. Well, there you go. That's just some disembarkation tips that will make your day easier, the crew members' day easier, and hey, maybe remember, I need that key card one more time to get off the ship. Maybe I shouldn't throw it in the garbage. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Till next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.